Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and discover the absolute secret weapon that transforms basic English into highly sophisticated C1 level fluency. Today, we're going to unlock a grammatical structure that might just be the missing link in your language journey, the adjective phrase. We'll break down exactly what it is, how it works, and how you can start using it literally today to completely reshape how you communicate.
So, you want to sound like a C1 English speaker? Well, if you're looking to elevate the precision of your sentences, you really need to upgrade from basic single words to robust, descriptive phrases. You know, when we start learning English, we rely heavily on single adjectives. We say things like the test was hard or the meeting was long. But native speakers and advanced C1 learners do something totally different. They build out those adjectives to add nuance, emotion, and exact detail. Think about it. Relying purely on single adjectives in a professional setting can sometimes make us sound, well, slightly less authoritative or overly simplistic. We want our language to reflect our actual level of expertise, right? And that means expanding those descriptions.
Just look at the difference here. Notice how instantly that advanced sentence clicks, giving us so much more context and depth. In the basic version, she is happy, we just have a single adjective. I mean, it's fine, it's grammatically correct, but it's kind of limited. It leaves the listener guessing. Why is she happy? Now, look at the advanced version. She is happy that you came. Suddenly, we aren't just describing a state of being. We're providing the direct cause and the emotional effect in one single breath. We're wrapping up a complex human interaction into one cohesive grammatical unit. That's exactly the superpower we're aiming for today.
Section 1. Meet the adjective phrase.
Basically, an adjective phrase is a group of words built around a VIP, the head adjective, acting together to describe a noun or pronoun. It functions entirely like a single adjective would, but instead of just one word, it's a whole team working in perfect harmony to give extra info about quality, quantity, condition, or whatever else. Think of the head adjective as the lead singer of a band. The lead singer is the absolute star of the show, but the modifiers and complements, they're the backup singers and the rhythm section. They add the depth and the flavor that makes the performance actually memorable.
Think of it like building blocks. In the middle, the anchor of the whole thing is your head adjective. Before it, you might have a modifier. That's usually an adverb that dials the intensity up or down, kind of like a volume knob. And after it, you might have a complement. This is the extra information that completes the meaning of the adjective, answering those unstated questions of why or how. You don't always need both a modifier and a complement, but you absolutely need that head adjective to serve as the core of the phrase.
So, here's a super simple example. By just adding the adverb very to happy, we've built a basic adjective phrase. Happy is our head adjective, and very is the modifier. We use this type of structure all the time. But just imagine the possibilities when you expand your vocabulary here. Swapping out very for something way more potent, like devastatingly or unbelievably, completely changes the emotional weight of the sentence. I mean, unbelievably happy paints a much more vivid picture than just happy, right? This is your starting point for building richer sentences.
And this one brilliantly illustrates how a prepositional complement like of hope can snap right onto our head adjective. Full is our head adjective, but full by itself, well, it sometimes leaves us hanging. Full of what? Water? Anger? The complement of hope attaches right to it, creating the complete adjective phrase full of hope. If we use this to say the room was full of hope, that entire three-word phrase acts as one giant adjective. Notice how this paints a profoundly more poetic picture for the listener than just saying the room was hopeful? It adds a layer of depth that single words just struggle to reach.
Section 2. Where do they belong?
Okay, there are three main positions you can slot these into, depending on what you want to emphasize. Think of these as structural tools in your grammar toolbox. 1. You can place them before a noun, which grammarians call the attributive position. 2. You can place them after a linking verb, known as the predicative position. Or 3. You can place them directly after a noun as a post modifier. That third option, the post modifier, is essentially the secret handshake of C1 and C2 English speakers. It's a structural choice that instantly signals a really high level of fluency. Let's see how these actually work in practice.
Here we see the attributive position, where the phrase very expensive drops right in before the noun car. The phrase is doing the exact same job a single adjective would do, just with way more punch. The modifier very and the head adjective expensive sit perfectly between the article a and the noun car. This is a fantastic tool for writers. If you're writing a novel or maybe trying to impress a client with a new product description, this is where you drop your descriptive phrase to make sure the reader visualizes the luxury or the scale before they even process the object itself. You're basically setting the stage.
And here is the post modifier position. placing eager to learn directly after students. This is incredibly elegant and honestly one of my absolute favorite language hacks. Instead of writing out a clunky, wordy relative clause, like the students who were eager to learn stayed after class, we just drop the adjective phrase right after the noun. The students eager to learn. Boom. It's tight, it's efficient, and it avoids bogging down your sentence with unnecessary filler words. Mastering this specific placement will make your written English sound incredibly polished.
Section 3. 4 common phrase patterns.
All right, mastering these 4 structures will give you a massive boost in your daily communication. Let's break down this visual cheat sheet so you can start applying these blueprints immediately. Pattern 1 is adverb plus adjective, like extremely intelligent, perfect for intensifying your descriptions. Pattern 2 pairs an adjective with a prepositional phrase, like proud of his son or afraid of spiders. This gives specific context to an emotion. Pattern 3 links an adjective with an infinitive verb, like eager to learn. This connects a description directly to an action. And finally, pattern 4, which is the most complex, connects an adjective to a full clause, like happy that you came. These 4 blueprints are your go-to tools for upgrading your conversational agility.
Section 4. Phrases versus participles.
Now, before we move on, we really need to clear up a common trap. It's so easy to get adjective phrases and participial phrases mixed up because they look similar and do similar jobs. But structurally, they're totally different beasts. In the phrase, proud of his work, we have a true adjective phrase because proud is a standard adjective. But consider the phrase, wearing a blue jacket. Wearing is a participial. It's an action word ending in ing, functioning as a describer. It's a subtle distinction, for sure, but clarifying this helps you understand exactly how your sentences are built, which prevents structural errors later on.
Section 5. Level up your English. Okay, it's time for the boss level. We are going to apply everything we've just learned to high-level, real-world English. Mastering phrases like these is literally your ticket to producing highly descriptive and sophisticated communication. Just think about the real-world applications here. Writing that a professor is highly respected for his groundbreaking research in a cover letter, or telling a hiring manager that you are eager to gain international experience during an interview, that instantly changes how they perceive your fluency. These phrases let you pack a tremendous amount of precise, impactful information into a single flowing sentence. It's a real game changer.
Now, a very common pitfall to watch out for is mixing up your noun and adjective forms. Interest is a noun or a verb, right? But to build our adjective phrase, we absolutely need the adjective form interested. So it has to be, she is interested in music. Another remarkably common error is saying something like, the exam was difficulty. Instead of using the correct adjective form, the exam was difficult. You've got to secure that head adjective first. Actually, think of it this way. If the foundation is wrong, the entire phrase will sound slightly off to a native ear, no matter how great your modifiers and complements are.
All right, let's do a rapid-fire mini challenge. Put this into practice with me. Can you spot the adjective phrase in this sentence? The instructions were easy to understand. Take a second. Look for our head adjective, the core descriptive word, and then look for any modifiers or complements attached to it that flesh out the meaning. Got it?
If you guessed easy to understand, you absolutely nailed the adjective plus infinitive pattern. Easy is our head adjective, and to understand is the infinitive complement that finishes the thought. The whole phrase acts as a subject complement describing the instructions. And notice how easy alone wouldn't have been enough info in a real-world scenario. Were they easy to read, easy to lose? The complement, to understand, is doing massive heavy lifting here to ensure the communication is crystal clear.
Let's try one more to really lock this in. They remained calm during the emergency. Scanning the sentence, find your descriptive word, your head adjective. Once you have it, look at the words right next to it that complete its meaning. Find it?
The head adjective is calm, supported perfectly by the rest of the phrase. During the emergency acts as a prepositional complement tying back to calm. Together, calm during the emergency tells us exactly what state they remained in. Excellent job if you caught that. Seriously, once you start seeing these structures in the wild, you'll realize that advanced speakers use them constantly to add precision and flow to their stories.
So, as you go about your day today, I challenge you to catch yourself using a single adjective. When you do, see if you can instantly upgrade it into a powerful descriptive phrase. The next time you're about to text that you're happy, can you instead write that you're happy that the project is complete? The next time you want to say a task was hard, can you say it was extremely difficult to manage? You have the blueprints now. The question is, how will you use adjective phrases next to elevate your English? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep practicing.